Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at some Dany-centric content. It's actually going to be that way for much of the week since this is the week of Dany's birthday, which is on the 30th. Later on in February, when it's Pau's birthday coming up, we may find a few things of her to do the same thing. This happened in the early days of the pandemic. May 1st may have been the actual day it went on. It seems to me that all the sisters talked about their gear in early May of 2020, soon after the pandemic began, and so this may have happened right around the same time. So some people asked for this after we did the Dany segment because Dany didn't really get into her pedal board. Well, now we know why. She's got a half-hour-long video explaining it. Now this video is actually 54 minutes, but half of it is English. So we got about 28 minutes, something like that, I think, of going through the board. I think we'll do English today, since I'll have an easier time following. But with that, why don't we go ahead and take a look at this and continue our look at their gear in the year 2020. It serves as a nice dividing line, really, the pandemic does, because it also serves as their time as an independent band on one side and then as a major label band on the other side. So, yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. I know that she uses a Line 6 Helix pedal board, and that is it. She's going to tell us the rest right now. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Hey, what's up everybody? Hola, hola. Happy Dany Day! Right on time. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a little bit more so that more of you can come here. Oh wow, this is going really fast. There's already a lot of people here. Hi! This is great.
Didn't have to wait long.
Bienvenidos a todos. Okay, yo creo que ya podemos empezar. I think we can get this started. And this is going to be amazing, guys. You have no idea how excited I am to tell you all of this. I just wanted to ask you to bear with me because there's a lot of, specific and technical terms that I don't know in Spanish or that I don't know in English. And it could be quite confusing. But let's do this. I am excited. I'm going to have a helper with me today to help me, record this because I have to, show you with my two hands and play guitar and stuff. So, bonjour. Here with me today. So, Pa me va a ayudar hoy a grabar y estoy muy emocionada para enseñarles todo lo que... Okay.
That looks nice.
Look at this beautiful thing. Let's go with the basics first. My pedal board is a Line 6 Helix LT.
LT,
Es una
okay.
Helix LT Line 6. Y I'm really in love with how this all works. It's incredible. I don't know what to start explaining first. Okay, maybe, as you can see, I have an extra pedal attached to my pedal board. And a lot of people ask me, like, why? Why is that there? So, it's actually a little bit of a... ¿Cómo se digo?
Okay.
No es una chiflazón porque sí lo necesito, pero it's for my comfort.
Yes. It's kind of like just for like, it's extra. It's like an extra thing.
Extra thing. Because with this pedal, actually it's a little bit harder. And this one is like slightly, softer.
Easier to move.
Yeah, easier to move, and it's bigger. So like, even if my
switching between Spanish and English is gonna be.
It's so weird. But yeah, the point is, it's bigger, and my foot can manage it easier. So I use this. It's only as an expression pedal though. I don't use it as a normal pedal, just expression. So
Okay, so just so that's obvious, just so that's clear to everybody. So she has the pedal included on the side because the one that's actually on the unit isn't as ergo-friendly to her foot, and it isn't as smooth in changing the position. So by expression, it could be a volume pedal. It could be a wah pedal, right? I'm assuming. Although I don't think she uses much wah at this point, but volume could very well be a thing. But yeah, let's see what she says.
It could be any kind of pedal. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one. I happen to have this one, so it's great. And yeah, it's a fractal, which is weird because, you know, line 6 and fractal. Sure, but okay. It works. It works. Anyway, moving on. As you can see, I have a lot of, you know, cables connected to the back of the pedal board. And I'm just going to explain real quick. Okay, this is the entrance for my guitar. This is the entrance for the, you know, expression pedal.
Is it called entrance in Spanish, in English?
I have no idea.
Is it like the
Input.
I mean, yeah, it's when you plug things in, whatever. And here I have these 2 Canon cables going out. These 2 go to the front house, go to the console where everything is, you know, being...
Yeah, the XLR cables, same kind of thing you might use just a microphone with. If you look at the bottom of a microphone, you'll see those 3 prongs or 3 holes. Or what? No, for them it would be prongs. But yeah, that's the high quality sound, and she's sending stereo to the board, which makes perfect sense and is exactly what she should be doing. So
mixed, and yeah, everything is there. So these 2 go directly out there. This goes to my amplifier, which is over there. So
Output.
pretty. Okay. This is a MIDI cable that goes straight to the computer. Well, no, to the interface.
Yes.
That
Okay.
is connected to the computer, which is running through Ableton Live.
Okay, so it goes into a MIDI interface,
Yeah.
and I control that MIDI interface through my computer, and it goes to Ableton Live, so I control
What's happening here?
What's
Okay, up until now, we wanted to experiment more on that, but up until now, what Pau does is that she changes my preset every time a song changes. So yeah, that's what it controls up until now, because we can do a lot of things with that. But yeah, that's the thing
Well,
that it does up until
that
now.
takes some
And
trust.
then this is, well, the power source. That makes it all work. Okay, cool. Now, what I love about this pedal board is that, okay, first, it sounds amazing. Even though they are digital sounds, I mean, I know there's never gonna be anything as, you know, an analog sound, but this comes very close. I mean, it's incredible. I really, really love it. And I have tons of space, like tons of space. Look here, come. I have 8 folders or presets, whatever you want to call them. And within the 8 folders, I have 128 presets available per.
I just want to stop this for a sec so I can look at this. So, of course, we have the song titles over here, so you can dial up a song if you like.
And per preset, I have 8 snapshots. So, like, in conclusion, I have...
infinite space.
Yeah, all the space that I need and more. So, yes, tons of space. Okay, so next step is, well, you can use this however you want. My preference is to have 1 preset per song. That makes it easier for me because, I mean...
Who wants to mess
could
around?
just, you know, make a generic sound and just, like, have chorus, verse, solos. Like, no. But I really like to give it, you know, each little touch to each song. So I have slightly different changes, and there's so many sounds that I'm never gonna go, like, through the end of them. So I do have a preset for each sound, and you would be amazed at how many things can change between them. I really do have my specific sound in general, but I do mix it up between songs. I normally like to use sounds that really pack a punch. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yep.
But I really like to go a lot through the medium. Medios.
I don't know how to say it in
On
English
the
either.
medium tones. I don't know. I really like to stick, you know, for it to push through. And you know, since we're a trio.
Midtones.
We're a trio. It's very hard. Well, not very hard, but I really want my guitar to come across and cut through the low bass notes and the, you know, drum sets.
Yeah.
So I really mix my sound according to our sound together, not my sound alone.
Good call.
So
Yeah, it's usually like when she fixes, like when she starts doing her
Yeah,
whole
my sounds.
pedal board, like the sounds, she does it by herself, and then we start playing together, and it's usually hours of rehearsals just trying to get the sounds right.
It's because, when I do it alone, it's like, oh,
It sounds
I love
really
it.
well.
It sounds amazing. But then I played with all, the band, and it sounds so puny. So that's like, I have to make...
It's a long process.
It's a long...
Yeah, I mean, you have to take into account the EQ of the whole group. What frequencies, the drums, for example, are mostly dominating in the bass, and you want to kind of stick the guitar up, above those, into more, like she was saying, the mid-range. And yeah, you can really sculpt it so that it sounds right, but you have to have the other instruments there. They could also record them, and she could work with, without them, but much better to have them there. Why not, right? But yeah, that's a pro tip. You want to take up a section of frequencies that the rest of the band isn't using, if at all possible. It's not always possible. Sometimes you have to share and be a little strategic, but you can still kind of get yourself a little niche in there that's safe, and you'll stay audible throughout, no matter what anybody else is doing.
Process. But it's worth it. Yay. Do you remember all the rehearsal hours?
No, I mean...
I'm just going to tweak a little bit here. And then, leveling up that all the presets are like at the same volume. It's
it's usually very
fun
fun
work.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now we go to routing. And here I'm going to choose a song that you chose that you voted for today, which is Narcisista. So let's look for it. I have it here in the number
Excellent.
5D, because D is the greatest letter ever. Okay.
God.
D for Dany Day. Okay.
The competition is fierce. I'm
So
telling
here
you.
we are in Narcisista, and as you can see, okay, all of my presets have.
All of my presets.
All my presets, whatever, have. Wait, I'm gonna take it
go
for a
ahead.
bit. Have this setting. I have 2 chains, with 2 inputs and 3 outputs. Why? What is this for? Okay, so.
I get it.
So I have, this input goes for multi-track, literally. Okay,
Multi-track.
so multi-track, whatever. And so my guitar goes through here, both of these spaces. And on the first chain, you can take it back if you want. On the first chain, I have 2 outputs. The first one goes directly into my amplifier. So, yes, but
Right.
I have this little split here that makes a curve, and so all these effects go straight to the amp, but,
I don't know. I'm pulling it. My arm just cramped up.
So, and from here, it makes a curve, and I add a digital amp and an EQ to go directly to the front of the house. This is this cable
Right to the
right
mains.
here.
Yep.
And it goes all the way to the mixing board. Why is the amp not in the first chain? Because we do not want 2 amps working at the same time. That would sound absolutely horrible. So we skip it and we just add it onto the second line. Yes. And here,
Before we go further, just so it's clear, so what that means is that it's getting split. So you've got the one signal, and then you get a Y going like this. Like, okay, one of them's going to the orange amp, and that's for Dany's ears, and then the other one is going through a digital amp and an EQ, and then to the board, so that you can hear it out the house speakers. Okay, so that's how that works. In case you needed a little more explaining.
Okay, wait, how do I explain this? Okay. No. I have 2 outputs because I am actually going out to the mixing board by stereo. So I have 2 of these. This first one is only first one.
Yeah.
What did I say?
First one,
whatever. First one goes
She keeps busting her.
only to the left side of the PA. It goes straight all the way to the left. And this chain right here, I have specifically, for the right side of the PA. So I am going completely stereo, and this amp is going to help me from where I am, like, on stage. Yes. So yeah, that's my routing up until now, and I just implemented this, like,
This is crazy. I didn't know this.
yeah. This is how can I say?
Pretty recent.
Yeah, this is pretty recent. I just worked on it with Pablo, our engineer.
Hola, Pablo.
He is good. Yeah, shout out to Pablo. He's amazing. And we spent a lot of time doing this, and it's been great. And I'm gonna show you in a little bit more, because I actually have different, little bit different settings between each. Okay, yes, I'm gonna explain this later.
Just one thing. Okay, so if anybody's still confused, you can almost think of it like you're on a road. Let's say you've got a convoy of 1,000 trucks, okay, and you're on a highway, and now you got to send those trucks to 2 different locations. Basically, you got 500 of them going off on an exit, and the others staying on the main road. Can do that electronically in this situation without any penalties. So that's how it works. It's like the road from the guitar to your ears is what routing is. It's like taking the road to your ears. Hope that helps.
Now, back to English, baby. Hello. Now, I have to demonstrate what exactly is happening throughout the song. For this, I'm going to connect my guitar, which I should have done at the beginning, because now you're going to see, like, a little bit. Yeah, Pau's going to entertain you for a bit.
Okay, pal.
I do not think I'm going to entertain, but I can say hello for like 3 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to activate the tuner. It has a tuner.
Hello, everybody.
So that I don't...
As you can see, I was not ready for this live today. I was just going to help Dany out, pero hola a todos. Soy la camarógrafa del día.
Okay.
Dany está conectando su guitarra. Dany's connecting her guitar. Just saying hello.
Okay, vamos a afinar así rápido.
Ah, look at that.
Because it's important.
Rick tuning.
To be in tune.
I'm sorry. That was awful.
Look at the tuner on it. It's amazing. It's very,
Oh,
very
look at that. Yep.
specific.
Accurate.
Specific? I don't know.
I don't know either.
El afinador está bien chido. Está como que muy... muy preciso. Entonces ven si la estoy regando. Para afinar. Oh, no. Me pasé.
Technically, it's impossible to perfectly tune a guitar, but you can get real
Si me
close.
tardo mucho en afinar en vivo es por esto. Porque quiero que quede perfecto. If I spend a lot of time tuning in the live shows, you can see why, because it's very specific and I want it to be perfect. Sometimes I cannot get it to do that, but yeah, cool. We try. Anyway, okay.
I do not know how I'm gonna manage this.
Let's find out.
Okay. No, wait. You're gonna have to actually film the. You know what? I'm not gonna be on the banquito.
Yeah, on the banquito. Yeah.
Here on the floor, so you can
There you go.
appreciate it more. Okay. So, as you can see, I have 4 snapshots for this song that I am using, and I have them color coded because yes, that's me, organized. Yay. Okay, so just because I'm so proud of my color coordination, I'm gonna tell you which one is which. Green is for my main distortion. This is my main sound throughout the song. This, it's white actually. It's not blue.
I was like, it's
white.
blue.
Yeah, no, it's white. This is the secondary distortion, if you can call it. It's for mostly lead guitars. No.
Got
This
it,
is for
okay.
lead guitars, and this is for
Rhythm?
bass,
Rhythmic guitars.
guitars.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, orange is for my whammy pedal. Yes, it's for my whammy pedal effect, which I use a lot in a lot of songs. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, and then here, this yellow is for the solos. Awesome.
All right.
Okay, so we start the song on the green, which is, for this little part, which is, lead guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what is happening here? Yay. I have 2 distortion pedals working at the same time. So this is, I don't know, Tima and Yes, I mean, if you have this Pedalboard, you can look out for these Tima and compulsion drive, and I have, you know, compulsive drive. Sorry, compulsion.
I couldn't even pronounce it correctly myself, so it's
okay.
fine.
So I have those two distortions sound very well together. That's like kind of like the main duo for my overall sound. Actually, yes, they work pretty great, and I have this EQ working at the end. Because sometimes I have to, you know, get a little bit more gain or more mid frequencies and stuff like that, or actually just like turn all the chains to volume up a notch. So that's why I have that there. And in the, well, right now you're not hearing this amp because we're just we're not going out through the PA here, but I have an orange sound. Actually, I don't think this is the orange. I don't actually know. I have the list of the which amp is which. But they have different names here. Anyway, I'm using this in a clean sound. As you can see, the drive is all the way down because I really want to focus and use these two distortion pedals. But can I use a distortion of the amp? Of course I can. It's just, you know, I haven't really felt like, okay, let's just like experiment and do a lot of things. This is just what I'm doing up until now. Okay. So yeah, that's my first sound. Now that we have the first setting done, we move on to the next one, which is our rhythm part. Here, as you can see, a little bit changes. I'm using the exact same thing, but when I go out here, something changes. Oh wow! And one of the chains. Sorry. This is activated. What is this? This little cube is a cube. It's a
pitch wham.
Pitch changer thingy. Well, pitch yeah, it's a whammy.
Yeah, it's a pitch wham.
And I have it set up for that in the position of 100%, which is this one. Yes.
Okay.
We go down a whole octave, and the mix is at 50%. So I have a mix of two guitars. I'm actually, you know, the two guitars are sounding at once, the original tone and one that goes all the way an octave lower. And I'm only doing this on this side of the chain. So realistically,
are you gonna show me?
No,
we gotta hear this.
If I'm playing live, you're gonna hear one sound coming from that amplifier, one sound coming from the right, from the right of the PA, and a totally different sound from the left side of the PA. So that creates a very cool atmosphere on the live performances, and it makes it sound bigger and with more dimension. It's just like, what is going on? And it's amazing. It's amazing what it can do. Okay, so I can't actually show you how this...
That almost sounds like you would want to mic the amp once in a while. I wonder if they do that. I don't remember seeing mics. Maybe I'll have to take a closer look next time. But, I mean, I think that's a great idea, but it would seem like you would have to get the output of the amp itself, you know, somehow or another, especially if you're recording or something. But maybe it's not as important in the venue to get it into the PA. I don't know. Probably varies everywhere they go. Let's continue to watch. Maybe some of our questions will be answered.
Sounds.
Wait.
Okay, I can't actually show you how this sounds because I'm not connected to the PA, and this sound doesn't go to my amp. So that will make it sound exactly the same, both of them. But it does change in the overall scene. I just wanted to explain to you what that does. And it's only gonna sound a little bit more, you know, lower, and that's it. But it adds that...
It adds a spiciness. It's the flavor. It's the flavor.
The flavor.
Oh, that's what it's all about. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we move forward. Now, the cool thing about this Pedalboard, now I'm fangirling because this is amazing. You can change, of course, the settings between snapshots. So if I change snapshot here, it doesn't change. But wait.
Try again.
No. Okay, no, it doesn't change, but you can't do it. I thought we did it
in this song, but we do it in other songs. It's
We
just
do it
not
in
in
our song.
Narcisista.
Okay,
You
anyway,
voted
you
for
can
this,
change,
though.
Yeah. You can change the settings between snapshots, and it makes a lot of different things. Okay, anyway, point is, for this one,
It's orange.
the one, yeah, the orange, the whammy one, it is activated in the first chain also. And what does this do? Okay, you can see my settings. In the position of 100 percent, which is this one, I go an octave.
The pedal.
Yeah, which
It's
is that
this
one.
one.
Yeah, okay, it's because I already explained that. Anyway, it goes an octave higher, and then if I change it, whoop,
She lowered the pedal, by the way.
0. Oh yeah, I lowered the pedal. Sorry, bad camera work. To 0%, I go an octave lower. So how does this sound? Okay.
Do you want me to move the pedal?
No, I mean I can move it with my foot here. Okay, so this is an octave lower. Look how it sounds. Oh, and for this, I'm not turning my sound an octave lower. I'm adding an octave lower. So I have both of my guitars sounding the original one and the low one. And if I go up, it's an octave higher, the original one and the octave higher. This effect I use specifically for this part. But if I want to sound
I hear it.
lower, I can easily go.
Nice.
It's so fun. I love it. I don't go lower, although I like it more lower. I don't go lower because of the bass. The bass is doing those notes, and it just sounds like too fat and too low, and it's just too much. So I sacrifice myself and the guitar and go to this very high and bright sound that if it sounds like that, it can be kind of like
it can pierce your ears.
yeah, it can
That's
be
what
kind
you
of annoying actually. But in the
context.
in the context of everything,
Yeah,
it sounds
everybody
Alice
going.
playing almost the same riff on the bass, so
Yeah.
there's already that heavy bassy sound.
So we really want that
bright
extra.
sound, yes.
Yeah, so it's like a compromise. It's like negotiations, band negotiations, you know, working out what that, you know, basically sculpting the audio that you want out of your instruments and what's going to sound good all together, like in the cauldron together. These are secrets that every band can learn from. You know, you want to take full advantage of the available frequencies, you know, from the lows down to the highs and all everything in between, you know. And yeah, the guitar should be up there a little bit, maybe the 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K area. Vocals generally around 1 to 2K. Bass is usually around, well, it depends, you know, generally in the low hundreds somewhere. Anyway, yes, that's one of those secrets that is very useful for any new band to be thinking about.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what this does. And extra, I have another thing happening here. This little thing activated. Okay.
Yeah,
What
okay.
is this? In the second chain, I activated a delay.
A delay.
This delay only goes, it delays like 10 milliseconds. Like literally, it's nothing. Nothing. But what does this do? Actually, this is something that Pablo taught me, and it's
Fattens
incredible.
it.
So I'm going, you know, with my regular sound on the amp. This high sound goes through the PA on the right, no, on the left, sorry. And this on the right is going 10 milliseconds slower. It's barely nothing, but why do we do this? Because by going a little bit slower, it kind of like opens up the whole sound.
Yep.
It's going like literally, it's nothing, but it makes it so how would I say?
Yeah, it expands
Makes it
it.
more spacious.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but it really, really does. It's just like, it's like hearing, instead of going, you're going like, It's just like,
Oh, there's a reverb.
No, it's not a reverb.
Yeah.
It's a delay. It's
Yeah.
going like 10 milliseconds
yes.
after the.
You don't
It's
need to
making
explain
it
It's a delay.
Yeah,
thick.
no, it's a delay, but the effect that it has, it makes it so much bigger, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm going only like that in one side. So again, it's that effect of everything is perfectly balanced, but it's imperfect with each other. They're not the same thing, so it creates this wonderful harmony and
Yeah.
space for my sounds. It's just so cool. Okay. Español.
Is it turned to you?
Oh yeah, it's turned to me. Wait.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we
Okay.
move on to our last snapshot. It's almost over, guys. So I think
You have
I don't think
13
you're
minutes.
Okay, I have what? Okay, let's move it fast. This is the solo. What do we activate here? We have a delay and a reverb because yes, it's solo time. We have to go all out.
That's right.
These are the parameters for my two effects that I added.
okay.
I don't know how to explain them. It's just like I go moving them as I see fit and really apply to my sound. How does this sound? This sound? Okay,
Big
I have
and
no whammy as
awesome.
you can see. No, not this one because you really want the solo to be strong, not big. You don't want to disperse the sound. You want it to like be closed down and cut through to the yes. Thank you for okay, anyway. How does it sound? Hi. That's not the note. It gives it a much more epic sounding sound.
Epic
Yeah.
sounding sound.
Epic
Yes.
Yes.
The big
I
sound.
think I do change. Wait.
The arena
let me see. Oh,
sound.
la regué. I changed. Okay, wait. Let's go back. Okay.
You can see the guitar. Meanwhile.
Nice.
Look at the guitar. Okay, in this particular song, I liked my distortion so much that I didn't actually change parameters for the solo, but in some songs I do. And sometimes even I change the pedal for the solo because it has to sound huge.
Epic.
But,
Yes.
yeah, for this particular song, I don't change the parameters, and yeah, that's practically what I do for the solo. I just add a little bit more.
I just add
A little bit more space and let it, create this epicness.
this
Or
epic sounding sound.
epic sounding sound. Yeah, that's gonna be my go-to now. What is your sound like, Dany?
It's
Epic
an
sounding.
epic sounding sound. Yes.
Boom. Okay. I think that about wraps it up for Narcisista and how my songs work and how I am. As you can see, there's a whole lot of work behind them.
Yeah.
And a lot of thought.
Lot of time.
And a lot of time. Also, just extra, I have to be, working the pedal every time that I need something specific. So if you see me in the live shows, just kind of like randomly, going like this, looking at you, and then just like, it's because, I have to learn those movements.
Right.
And it's been
Okay.
a lot of muscle memory and a lot of, that's why I color coded these also, because I would never remember which one was which if I just like went with A, B, and C and D. So it's just like, too much. But yeah, I changed this during the song, when I go to I start here, and if I go to the chorus, I go here.
To the white one.
Yeah.
This is kind of hard to capture. I'm sorry.
And then, so I'm doing this while I am playing. I'm changing everything up in the pedal and everything, and while I am singing. Well, in this particular song, I sing less, but yes, the point is I am.
You sing way.
But
in most songs, he does all of this
yes,
while singing. So
while
yes,
playing. Wow. So yes, it's been a long journey, but
you have 9 minutes. So say it in Spanish.
So anyway, that's it for my pedalboard. I hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for tuning in. Maybe someday I'll give a little bit more, but as you can see, it's a lot of work. Anyway, español.
Okay,
El
so-
último efecto.
I'm sorry. Since she's going to Espanol, I'm gonna cut out at this point and say Yeah, that is a lot of work. And you know what? When she changed the board later on to the Kemper Profiler she uses now, she had to match up the sounds as best she could with what we were expecting as the audience. So imagine that now. Getting all that together for every song in a new pedal board. So a lot of work, but certainly worth it. And I can't really tell the difference between the old and the new. So something must have gone right there. Anyway, this was very illuminating. Now I know a little bit more about her whole process. And yeah, you can see why she wouldn't necessarily need an amp up there. Certainly not to project out to the crowd. It's good for her monitoring. And maybe it actually does play some role. It sounded like maybe it does, just from what she was describing as kind of the third place where she sends her signal. Do they mic the amps in the shows? I don't think I've ever seen a mic'd amp, but I wasn't really looking. So I'll keep a closer eye out from now on. Anyway, very educational. I hope you all enjoyed it. And why don't you leave your thoughts in general below if you learned anything. If you have any recommendations, I mean, obviously she's moved on from this pedal board, but maybe other people would be interested in it. Of course, it's still for sale. It looks like a pretty good piece of gear. So anything like that, leave that below. If you have other suggestions, please leave those as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.